Libra, hey, thanks for joining me. We are here to do a special quest read that will put you in alignment with that Hunter's full moon in Aries that aligns us with the North Node that's going to be coming in on the 17th. It will actually be waxing and growing to that point of fullness on Wednesday night next week, and will be occurring at its apex sometime in the early morning hours on the 17th. So if you do want to bathe in its brilliant luminosity, then your best bet is to get out there on Wednesday night and take in the view. It will be a supermoon. We just had a cardinal grand cross yesterday. So if you've been feeling any kind of tension, frustration, agitation in the air, you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts, you're definitely being affected. You are one of the cardinal signs, but that's an influence that all of the collective, regardless of their zodiac sign, is going to be feeling, because we do have the cardinal cross playing a major role in how this energy is being expressed at this time. We have Aries in the North Node and you're in the South Node, Libra. So I do think that the collective can benefit from this read, okay, because we're all moving through this energy. But the way that this frustration is coming through is not really knowing what the path ahead is, or not knowing what path you should choose, or maybe just not even knowing what to do at this time, being in a position where you almost feel suspended in time, or in a sort of frozen state, or a permanent chrysalis state, and not ready to sort of move out of the safety or the illusion of safety of a particular cocoon that you've placed yourself in for safekeeping. Okay, so this is kind of how the energy is being expressed. So I thought we would do a quest read, because we are getting ready to enter into that fourth initiatory gateway. We hope, fingers crossed, that leads us to the stone of destiny with that Hunter's moon. It's also when we do have a bit more of an adventurous, daring spirit coming forward, because we have Venus entering Sagittarius on that same day. So really important cycle that's about to kick off here. So we're going to get a little view. We are going to look at the path that you have been on up to this point. We're going to look at the path as you see it from your current perspective, what that's looking like to you, or what you think your options are. Then we're going to look at what the hidden path is that Spirit will present an opening to on that Hunter's full moon. But it's up to you if you are going to have the bravery to step through that doorway of initiation that leads to the opening of the road that will take you all the way to your destiny, right? We're going to get a look also at what kind of magics you're going to need to move forward in the most empowering way, as well as any wild card elements you might not be aware of. And we're going to do a quest read too. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to do a quest read regarding that hidden road, because if you've already been in a place where you're not quite sure what you should do, how are you going to recognize the hidden road, right? You might not. It might elude you. It might be in your blind spot. So we're going to illuminate all of these things and just have a real good time with this read. So we're opening up here with the super awesome future deck to get a look at your paths and sort of find your way to the hidden path and get some more details, get some things to unfold here where maybe you felt like there just weren't any open pages in your book of life. All right, let's check it out. This is for any significant Libra placement, if you have a prominent placement in the 7th house, or if you are an Aries rising, that makes you a Libra descendant. Also, as I said, collective, we're all moving through that Libra South Node energy. So you may find some gems in here for you too. Okay, let's see. What is the road that you are now leaving behind? What is the road you've been on, Libra? What is that path you've been on up to this point? What is the path you have been on up to this point, Libra? Okay, got a stopping point there. Oh, I think it's been an infinity loop. It's been an infinity loop of the worst kind. It's just all the stuff that still needs to be digested. And just when you think you've gone through as much transformation as you can handle, when you've shed so many skins, you keep finding that you're in this continual, almost like shape-shifting energy where you're taking on new forms by the minute. So there's a lot that you've been digesting here, and I feel you still have a little bit more to digest as well before you are ready to step forward onto this path. This is sort of the basis of the matter. There's been an old cycle that you have been digesting for a long, long time. A long, long time. And we know this energy goes all the way back to 2012, 2013. So I'm sure there's roots of it that go back to that time period. You might want to reflect on that a little bit as we head up to the Hunter's Moon, just to give you some clues about what may need to be shed still here, okay? Because I see you're still in the process of this. You are actively processing where you've been. You've been doing a lot of reflection on this. And if you've been avoiding this because of the discomfort of it, it's time to get familiar with it if you hope to turn this energy around and actually start to work your magic in the world, Libra. Okay, so let's check this out and see what is coming in here regarding the path that Libra has been on up to this point. Oh, okay. Well, look at that. It's about to become very clear, and something's about to line up here with that Hunter's Moon. Look at that energy coming in so strongly. There's a kindred spirit coming in here for you. This kindred spirit is a helpful ally on your path. There's somebody that's going to be joining you on the road ahead. I think that you will be very clear about your intentions. I feel like you're going to move out of this place of digesting the old energy and readying yourself, steadying yourself to shoot that shot for the moon. I feel like your focus is going to be on lock here. And there is that serpent energy there. Yes, I see. You're no longer on that infinity loop. You've broken free of that. There's something you've really transformed here emotionally. There's something you have alchemized. And I do feel with this wolf energy baying at the moon off in the distance, you are ready to find the path ahead. But I feel like you've been in a position where you're not quite sure what that looks like. It's about to become very clear where the path of expansion lies for you. And it will be coming in with that moon. I see it illuminated. From there, it will kick off a cycle that will go through a full lunar transition, okay? So you won't firmly be sort of like stepping forward onto that new path until the full moon after this one coming in on the 17th, right? So you could have a Sagittarius involved in your situation. You could also be dealing with somebody born in the year of the horse, the year of the snake, or the year of the dog. Also with the wolf energy there, you could also be leaving something behind in the shadows in relation to that. This could have something to do with a Pisces. This could have something to do with a hidden enemy. I think it's also something to do with a cycle that is ready to be closed. Something is being left behind in the shadows as you're stepping into this expansion here. So this is the path you've been on. There's just a little bit more that you're digesting here before you can move forward. Let's see what is the lesson or the empowerment that you were supposed to gain from this path. I see. And through bringing something to a close, recognizing that it actually opens up infinite possibilities for you, working with the Halloween oracle here to get details on what's the medicine that was supposed to be extracted from the path you have been on up to this point, okay? What is the medicine or the lesson that was to be gained from the path that Libra has been on up to this point, Spirit? What is the medicine or the lesson that Libra was supposed to gain as a result of the path they have been on up to this point? All right. Ooh, trick or treat, mischief and play. Well, I got the clue that we're just getting started, okay? So you may have been dealing with some old devils, some old ghosts, you know. You may have needed to dance with your dark side one more time. You may have needed to dip into the taboo. You may have had to look at different aspects that are sort of like those things that go bump in the night. Maybe you swept those things under the rug for a long time. But I feel like as a result of that, this mischief that weaved through your life when you're kind of integrating those more shadowy aspects, you also stepped into a certain level of playfulness. It's got a little tongue-in-cheek kind of vibe. Like it sort of gave you just a little bit of an edge in the way that you could move. And maybe you needed to find the empowerment in a part of you that you kind of buried for a long time for whatever reason. You know, people always look at shadow aspects as just being negative. They're not all the time. Sometimes it's that really emboldened part of ourselves, or the part of ourselves that's a bit rebellious, or maybe thumbs their nose at what the authorities say or what society says is the way you need to be, and the boxes that like to be put around us. And it's sort of about really kind of saying, no, I'm going to be me. I'm going to go my own way. I'm going to let myself just let it all hang out and show up as I am. 11:11 on the clock. So I do feel like for a lot of you, it was something like that, maybe a part of yourself that you sort of cast into the shadows that you needed to recover. And now that you've done that, you're in the game. You're ready to stir things up a little bit in a good way, it looks like to me. So yes, you're about to engage a little bit of your mischief and play. I feel like you're reclaiming that wild side, you know, the one who's willing to take a risk, the one who's a bit daring, the one who will go outside of the lines that have been put in place to try to confine the spirit that wants to be free. Okay, so I do see you ready for this openness and expansion. And it came out again. So yes, you are really ready for this. And I also think along the way, there was something that you discovered here. You discovered the things that used to haunt you, or places where you used to feel really disempowered. It sort of seemed almost silly or childish to you, maybe especially after what you've been through. I think you've definitely been getting your chops here. It looks like you're ready to stir things up a little bit. I like it. It's like you got a little bit of, you know, that just sort of like, you know, challenger side of you. Like, oh yeah, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, I think that you're sort of hedging your bets. That's the vibe it's giving me. And I think you got your own tricks up your sleeve. I think you got your own aces to pull here, Libra. That's kind of how it's coming out. Okay, let's see the path that you currently perceive as being in front of you. It's sort of like your current view, your present view of the path ahead. Let's see how it's shaping up for you. Okay, because I do see with that moon energy that came in, as far as the path you've been on, and this alignment with a kindred spirit that's coming onto your path. I feel in regard to that, currently, it's sort of hidden, right? It's hidden under the light of the moon. It's not readily apparent to you, but it will be coming into view with that hunter's moon. So let's see, what is the present path that you've got before you as you see it from your current perspective, with all that continues to be hidden under the light of the moon for you. Let's see, what is the present path that Libra sees before them at this time, Spirit? I think that you are aware that there's things that have come to an end. There's things that you are leaving behind. I don't think you're doing so in a way where you have any kind of animosity you're holding. Lilies are a sign of having respect for the transitions in life. And I do see that you are sort of blessing up everything that's been. You may be releasing a lot that you've been holding on to. But I think you know that there's magic up ahead. You can kind of feel it on the horizon there. There's a lot of change that's happening here. With the number 23, this is an inevitability. Change is inevitable. Some of the change may be perceived as chaotic by others, but I don't think you're seeing it that way. I think you're seeing it, perceiving it, experiencing it as magic weaving through your life. You are noticing synchronicities that are coming in, things that are lining up, even as the old cycle is falling away and giving over to the archives of the past. Okay, let's see what your current view is. I don't see you resisting anything that you have to let go at this time. I think you're honoring where you're at. 3 cards came out here. Oh wow. Okay, there's a lot coming in here for you. There's a lot you're kind of seeing here. I like this. I like the way your view is changing here. Okay, so you do see that you have some loyal allies on your path. You are aware of who your comrades are on this path. You know who's got your back. And I think you got a little help from your friends as you've been closing out a cycle. So even as you've been letting go of some negative influences here, I do see that you've been aligning with people that, they speak the same language as you. You get each other, okay? This looks good. I also feel that you are ready to step into this expansion that wants to come in for you with the spaceship. I mean, you don't quite know where you're going yet, but you know you're going to be going somewhere. And we do see that lunar energy coming in. Again, there's the message of the lunar cycles. Particularly, it looks like you already head through that ring of fire that was in your sign with the new moon in Libra. You pass through that gateway of initiation. Now we're heading on up to that 4th gateway of initiation that leads to the stone of destiny. So I think you're doing the final sort of rounds of that cauldron of Dagda. You are ready to step onto this road. And again, there's the fruition of this new opening, this hidden road that will come into view for you that will culminate with the following moon that comes in after that, the following full moon. I think that security has been a concern for you, okay? But I think you also know that somehow, some way, things line up. You will find a way through. In fact, as you step onto this yellow brick road, I think you know you're sort of stepping out of the humdrum and stepping into a magical time in your life. I do feel like, again, you got people by your side. It's funny because there's 3 dogs there, right? So you could be dealing with a Tin Man, a Scarecrow, and a Cowardly Lion, I have to say. And these 3 characters may be coming onto your path, and you're all learning something together. So I see this almost as learning something as a group. Whatever's coming up here, though, I see that you've had a lot of steadfastness in really wanting to step forward in a way that empowers you. You're wanting to find that place where you belong. You want to find your path of purpose. I do see that your fortunes will be on the rise here. It looks really good, okay? You got abundance coming in here. You also have a lot of new people coming into your life. There's blessings here in the closing of the old cycle. Also in going your own way, doing your own thing, being a bit rebellious. This is really going to work out for your benefits. So even though you may feel like a little bit out of your element right now, you will find a way, and there's people coming in. Now I have to say that I do feel like you're in a place at this time where you are thinking more about yourself. I think that you're going to be able to live high on the hog where you're going. You may not be there right now. You may have been dealing with circumstances where you felt like that was really denied to you. You may have felt like others' plates were really full, or others were getting benefits or accolades or level ups in their life, and you were just kind of grinding it out, trying to get somewhere. But I do see that your time is coming here. I also see you got 22 here. So you have 22, you have 33, you got 2 master builder numbers coming out here. There is an alignment with another that's coming in here. I feel like there's a way to get on the same page with another, maybe even somebody that you felt was sort of like more focused on themselves in the past, or was just sort of only thinking about what worked for them. There's some alignment coming in here. I like it. It looks good for you, right? So I do feel like there's a, breaking of new ground, so to speak, in a situation. It looks good. You could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the pig. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the ox in this situation. But I think you are aware of this. I think you do feel sort of like things are starting to come in for you. You're already seeing sort of like the current change. You're noticing that there's a lot more that's starting to pour into you, where you may have felt really depleted, or like you were just hanging on, waiting for some kind of signal to come in here. I think you can sort of pick this up. You sense the changing of the tides here, Libra. That's what I'm picking up, right? I think you know that expansion is on offer. You may even be preparing to go somewhere, go on a trip. Okay, open up to a brand new experience here. A lot of new people around you. All right, let's see. What are you supposed to be taking away from this at present? What is the empowerment or the lesson? Oh, I love this here. Spider, community and web weaving. So yes, I do feel like where you have been building community, where you have been making connections, I feel like that community is going to grow. I feel like your networks are going to grow. I feel like new people are coming into alignment with you, and it's going to build more light in your life. It looks like abundance too, okay? So I see a lot of progress here. I think where you've been dealing with hard times and bitter tea, things been bit lean. I feel like that's really about to change here for you. Looks good, okay? Really positive energy, and I like that you have a good perspective about it. I mean, it looks like you've been through some stuff, but at the same time, I don't really see you having a negative view of your future. I do feel what's maybe changed a bit for you, Libra, in your present perspective is you're thinking more about like, well, what do I want here, okay? And normally Libra tends to be a sign that really acquiesces to others, wants to really consider the needs of others, tries to be fair in situations, but I think you may have been dealing with some selfish people or just some ridiculous circumstances where you felt like, you know what? It's my time, okay? And certainly it is your time. It is your solar return, so I could see you being in that space. Happy birthday to all of you Libras. I got my birthday coming up this Sunday on the 13th, so I know I'm ready to just, enjoy myself. I'm ready to really enjoy myself and stop putting things on hold that really fill me up, really inspire me. I'm ready to start having some more gratification. I think that's what's coming through for me. And I see that sort of like the tone for Libras in the present view. So let's see, what are we supposed to take away from the present here? It's the same thing. Skull of stars, infinite possibilities. So it's like, whatever's ending here, whatever you put to an end, Libra, this is good. You got double confirmation here. Whatever this is, it's opening up infinite possibilities to you. Okay, let's get some more details about this. What else do you want to illuminate for Libra about the present that they may not see right now, Spirit? What do you want to illuminate for Libra? I like it. Okay, veil the future. Okay, so this is you having to trust where you're being led. When you're blindfolded, right, usually you're being led if you're stepping forward. You have to really trust who's leading you here, okay? So again, I have to say, you do have some kind of ally coming onto your path. Can you trust them to lead you? Can you have faith in where you're being led? It looks really good here. I also feel like this is taking the risk to just step into the unknown, even though you may not know everything. There's something inside of you, your own internal radar, where you can sense that, yeah, I feel the energy building. I feel the tide is turning. Even though it's not here yet, as far as what I can see in the physical, I already feel it here. And because I feel it here, I know it's about to line up. So it's about really moving forward in that way, allowing yourself to be led. You're not meant to see where you're going right now. You got to feel your way through. And I do feel like there's an ally coming in here for you that will be leading you further down your path, Libra, okay? All right, let's check it out. Let's see what is the hidden path that leads to the Stone of Destiny. If you're brave enough to step through that gateway of initiation, the fourth gateway of initiation that will be presented on the Hunter's Moon and leads to that Stone of Destiny. It's pretty wild because on the Ring of Fire for the first time, I mean, I've never witnessed one flying in the skies. So for me, it was such a huge sign. But on the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, I had an eagle circling overhead. So I thought that was pretty potent, you know. Great spirits got their hands all over this. And it's interesting to me because that eagle has continued to come by and visit. Now it's like a regular visitor right over this household. So I do feel like that energy is sort of circling right now. Like spirit's got this on lock, spirit zoning in on you and your coordinates and is preparing to lead you in the new direction. So it really is about you trusting where you're being led and having the willingness to be fearless, step onto that road. I like that, you know, it does seem that you do have the ability to trust and step into this. Maybe you're not unfamiliar to these outer limits, Libra. I should think not. You've been pretty used to moving through this Pluto territory for quite a while. And I think you're going to kind of like lead the way. I mean, because certainly what's transformed at the South Node has the ability to rise up to the top into that Aries North node position. So I do feel like you're ready to take those steps. Let's see, what is this hidden path that's emerging here? Ah, I love this eternal love. Love is love is love. And it transcends physical death. So you're stepping on to the path of heart. This is also a path that was forged long before you ever came into this world in your current corporeal form. This is a path that is written deep, deep, deep in the roots of your soul's records. There's ancestral links here. There's love on this path. This is the path that your compass rose of your heart aligns you with. And this is something that you are fulfilling at this time. It does have legacy. It's very rooted. And I almost got this feeling that this is something that was supposed to be fulfilled many lifetimes ago, okay? Many lifetimes ago, many generations ago. So I do feel a bit of that ancestral energy coming through here, speaking through you, wanting to actualize that dream in this life through you. Okay, very deeply rooted path here. And whatever you're creating here, whatever you are calling into being by stepping on this path, it will transcend physical death. It will transcend your lifetime. It leaves something behind. Legacy energy, right? Legacy energy. Interesting. Interesting that I'm opening up with this, okay? I didn't even get the card yet for the future path. I'm going to go ahead and stick with it since it wanted to go there. Let's let the wisdom come through. Maybe we really need this medicine to carry us forward in order to be able to step on this path. So what is the medicine or the lesson that Libra needs in order to step through that fourth initiatory gateway that puts them on the path of heart, on the road to the stone of destiny, spirit? What is the medicine, the lesson that Libra needs in order to step through that fourth initiatory gateway that leads to the stone of destiny? What is the medicine, the lesson that Libra must have firmly rooted within them as they step through that initiatory gateway, that fourth initiatory gateway that leads to the stone of destiny and the hidden path that they can't see right now? I mean, it's definitely hidden. You're going to have to move in accordance with just what feels like the right course to follow here. And I love it landed right on top of both of these piles here. It's sort of the bridging point between that mischief and play in the future. So let's see what this is. Ooh, you're rising up out of the underworld. We got the underworld in reverse. So this is moving out of that Persephone energy into the rising up, breaking ground. It's like Empress energy, okay? You've been in the South Node here. You've been integrating the shadow. You've been moving through all your past lessons. You see, it says here where all things pause and begin again, but it's in reverse. So it's telling you it's time to rise. It's time to rise up into the Empress energy to greet the Emperor at the North Node, waiting at that stone of destiny. Okay, that's pretty potent. I like that. All right, let's see. Let's check it out. Now we're going to see what the hidden path is. Funny how it kind of went backwards there. Well, that's interesting too, right? Because that card came out in reverse. It's the only one that came out in reverse. So that reminds me a bit of fairy. You know, in fairy, oppositional is always in play. You know, all the magic happens betwixt and between. It's in the in-between spaces where everything is going down. That's what riding the hedge is all about. But it's not just that. It's that perspectives are very different in fairy, and what seems upside down to others is actually right side up. So there is a deep dive you've done here. I do feel like you've taken the best parts of yourself from that darkness, and they are guiding you forward. They are empowerments. They lead you to infinite possibilities. But this is sort of that indication of that energy when you know, the reason why everything kind of withers away in the fall is because Demeter is just stricken with grief that Persephone is down there doing that dance with Hades. But in the spring, there's the renewal and Persephone returns. And then all of a sudden, everything grows and comes to bloom and is abundant. And there's all this blessing, like big cornucopia energy upon the land. And it's funny to me because with this in reverse, it's also making me think of the difference between southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. So in the southern hemisphere right now, it's about to head into that springtime, whereas in the northern hemisphere, we're here in the fall season. So this is the energy of the harvest coming as well. This is a path of harvest. And it's also this piece, if mama ain't happy, ain't no one happy, okay? So mama's going to have what she needs to boogie with to ease on down that yellow brick road. This is a road that does lead to the promise of the harvest ahead. See that, right? But it's taking those best pieces with you from the time in the dark that are what germinates all the growth. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people fear the darkness when there's so much potentiality there. There's so much richness there. And you can't have that harvest without that. It's in tandem here. So this looks good. This looks good because there's something really rising up out of this. Woo-hoo-hoo. What's rising up like sap? Oh, it's the roots. It's the roots of the tree of knowledge here. It's the knowledge that's rising up within you. It's the transformation that's come as a result. We have the snake here, okay? And there's a lot of different ways to look at that serpent medicine. You've had the serpent imagery come out for you a few times now in your read, right? Serpent medicine is very powerful medicine. Serpent medicine is about transformation. Serpent medicine is about shedding old forms. Serpent medicine is about allowing the scales to fall from your eyes to see things as they are. Serpent medicine is the activation of true knowledge that comes through what? The activation of the Kundalini life force energy, rising, awakening, recognizing one as being at one with the creative force that runs through all of existence. But we see here also that there is an association with the serpent with deception that was bred into that storyline of serpent medicine through the tongue of man, not through the serpent's tongue, okay? So there's something here about recognizing certain deceptions, certain fears that can keep one stuck in a place of temptation to explore other paths than the true path of knowledge and transformation that is being presented to you here. I do feel like you are going to be presented with a temptation. You are going to have to rely on the wisdom that you gained in your time of dark in order to secure this harvest. This is how you are going to recognize this hidden path. It's the path that lies betwixt and between these two polar opposites that you are trying to choose between. It's like you're in that betwixt between place where you're like, it's either this or that. It's either this person or that person, this direction or that direction, up or down. It's the oppositional energy. But there is a third road. There is a hidden path. It's the path that lies between these two extremes. It requires you to be a bit of a hedge rider in order to find the way through. You see, I didn't even notice this before. I've never noticed this. See, there's a manifestation here. Do you see the pyramid energy? And within that pyramid is another snake. See, that is the third way. It's a hidden road. So I believe it's almost like that world tree, the roots go very deep, those roots of fairy, the Dagda. It's almost like there's something that is awakening here for you. It's knowledge that is stored in the roots. Remember, you did have that ancestral piece come in. This is awakening for you, and it's going to activate an alchemical point where what was once hidden is all of a sudden going to be manifest in your material reality. There is going to be something that comes in here. It's an actual gateway for you to step through. It is a road that's there. It's evident. There's an opportunity here to activate a transformation in your life, but it's something that takes you out of this place of polarization where you're trying to decide which way to go. It's the place in between. You have to hone a certain vision to be able to see it. That's what I got. Okay, let's actually pull a card. That's the basis of the matter. So it presents a temptation. Okay, I know this. And you may even be dealing with some deceptive people in regard to this that could lead you astray. Ooh, this is potent, Libra. Okay, be prepared to ride the lightning. Okay, there is an activation here. Okay, there is an activation here. Spirit's going to light you up with this one, but this is good. Okay, we got alignment coming in here through something that comes in suddenly. It's an awakening force in your life. Okay, hey. You like it when that lightning comes. You'll like this, okay? It's an electrifying moment. This is going to come in out of the blue, and it's going to shift things instantaneously. It also awakens your power, okay? You'll know because it's going to come in so intensely that you suddenly see what you couldn't see before, which is the middle way between two extremes. Right? I mean, that is the Libra scales of justice coming into that place of balance. We weigh things up, right? We look at both sides. We play devil's advocate at times in order to find our way to the light. Okay, so there's something here. There's something here about this. I want to go ahead and get a cut of the deck on this as well to get a little bit more details about this lightning. Look at that. You see, it opens the road. And again, we have the lunar cycles coming in here. So you may be stepping onto this new road with the next new moon that comes in. That new moon will come in on November 1st. It's in Scorpio. Yes, 28. 8 for the 8th house of Scorpio. This is when the alignment comes in. You're not afraid at this point, okay? Your adventurous spirit is definitely front and center with the rider. You are looking straight ahead. You got a lot of power and a lot of power in moving forward here. You're looking at something dead on. You don't have your head in the sand. I do feel like you got your coordinates at this time. You got a certain lay of the land. You know where you're going, and you're moving ahead here. You may be going on some kind of trip. Wherever you're going, it's going to be a trip. And I think that you are playing Dorothy. You may have been carried off by a great storm and ended up in unfamiliar territory. You've been trying to find your way through. It's been a long, strange trip. It goes all the way back to 2012 for you. Maybe you're finally finding that place where you belong. Look for November 1st to provide a real clue about this, okay? Something's coming into view for you. I think it's going to be one of those things where it trips you out. It's going to shock you a bit. Ooh, I like this, okay? Look at that. We got king energy. It's good to be king or queen, but I do feel like you're taking action here and you're aligning with somebody. We see that with the 28 energy here. So this is a certain someone showing up on your path. They could be a Leo. They could have a strong Leo placement with that lion energy there. Maybe this person was a coward before. They're finding their courage to join you on this path. That's possible. This also could be somebody that you have past history with here. This could be somebody that's meeting up with you on your path that you feel like you've had many lifetimes with this individual. This could be somebody born in the year of the horse. It could be a Sagittarius. Whatever this is, it's moving you into greater expansion, Libra. All right, let's check it out. Let's dive a little layer deeper into the storyline here. I want to see what magics you need to have in order to carry you forward on the road to the Stone of Destiny. And so for that, I wanted to look at that more elementally. I'm going to pull out the Infinite Tarot for that one, trying to call out the different decks I'm working with because I know people appreciate that. Right, what magics does Libra need? I prepared all these decks beforehand, but we'll do some more shuffling on camera. Oh, look at this. Do you see with the change and the opening of the sky and that bolt of lightning that comes in out of the blue that activates you? It's a little play from the angels, okay? Angels on the outfield. There's some answered prayer coming through this divine intervention here, okay? So I think you're supposed to trust. You're supposed to trust right now. It's really about the trust fall for you, Libra. All right, that's the magic is in letting the mystery take over at this point, right? Letting it be a mystery, not needing to have it all figured out at this time, Libra. You got to just let the higher hand take the wheel and steer this course, and you're going to be led right where you belong, okay? You could also be having a visitation, I have to say, that did come in for the collective. You could be having an angel cross your path that's coming in human form, an earth angel, or you could be meeting up with somebody, have some unexpected encounter with somebody that feels a bit supernatural, like, what's this? This feels a little otherworldly to me, okay? Trust your intuition in that regard. What are the magics that Libra needs to carry forward with them through that fourth initiatory gateway to step on that road that leads to the Stone of Destiny? 5 again, okay? You got change coming in here. Change is coming whether you're ready for it or not. This change with the 5 energy, it could be destabilizing, but I feel like you're ready for a little mischief and play. You're ready to stir things up. So I think you're going to be able to handle it. Whatever this is, it's like burning things down to the bone. I have to say, you're meant to work with the element of fire right now, right? Fire is one of your magics, harnessing the fire, entering through that gateway of initiation that is the fire. I mean, you ushered that in, certainly with that ring of fire. So there's something here about getting down to the bones of it. Maybe make some fire offerings, I have to say, you know, have a good burn. Offer up a little bit of smoke to spirit. I think that's important. You might need to send some smoke signals up to spirit. You know, burn some sacred herbs. That would be really good. Could be a wonderful thing to do, I have to say, on Halloween, on Samhain. That'll be right before that new moon. So I think it'd be a really good time to bring some offerings up to spirit at that time. This is about really stepping into your truth and letting all falsities fall away here. Okay, what are the magics? I think you're reclaiming your fire. This is good. Okay, you're burning away all that's false. The power of fire is being put in your hands, Libra. Use it wisely. I think of the power of fire. I think of Ace of Wands, right? So use it wisely, not destructively, Libra. Ooh. And again, 5. What is up, Libra? This is major change, okay? And with the fire and the water, that's that temperance energy. This is your inner alchemist being fully awakened, activated. You're transmuting something here. The transformation is going down. You're already on that wizard shit. You're already on that time, Libra. You're ready to just step into it. So I don't see any need for you to hold yourself back. You're burning through this with a quickness. You're burning through that energy of the past with a quickness. Ooh, I wanted to turn this over because I thought maybe that skeleton would still be on the bottom of the deck there, but it's not. We got the Queen of Water here. And look, the flower is coming into bloom. So beautiful. I love this. Okay, so this is confirmation, Libra. You made it through the cauldron of Dagda. There's something you healed here. There's something you healed here. So you're ready to head on up. You're ready to head on up and experience the sweetness of the bloom here. There is something you transformed. You now got that power of the cauldron of Dagda by the time you reach that initiatory gateway. I mean, that's just around the corner here, Libra. And there is a vision awakening here for you. Right. So I feel like you're very much tapped in through the sense of feeling at this time. Your clairsentience is really heightened. You need to rely on your clairsentience at this time because that's what's going to let you know the correct coordinates. It's all by feeling. All right. If you trust your feeling, you will be guided by light of that supermoon. Do you see it? Okay. And the road opens. You find the third road. Do you see? You find the way through the two extremes or the two polarities or the two choices. And a new vision is awakening here. You may even have a vision come in for you on full moon, on the 17th, on that hunter's moon, of what is about to bloom in your life. Ooh, yes, okay. You don't see it yet, okay? You don't see it yet. This is hidden from view for you, but it will be the thing that sort of gets you plugged back in. It activates your power. It lights things up. I know this, see, because it comes through as a gift of the sky. It illuminates where that north node is for you. And see, you don't find it through GPS. You find it through ESP. There's some kind of vision you're having here, and I love this. And right behind that is a gift of water, okay? And it gives you a vision. Perhaps you're having a vision of your future self. Perhaps you're being greeted by a vision of your future self. This could come in the form of another, almost like you feel like they're delivering a message from your future self to you. That's kind of how it's coming in. I also think you're going to have a completely different view of yourself. You're going to go through a major transformation. So you have a gift of water and a gift of sky here. They will get you plugged back in where you felt like you haven't been in a position of power materially, right? Whatever this is, it makes something right where you were experiencing a lot of grief or a sense of loss with 3 of sky and the mourner, okay? Wild. Okay, this is some pretty potent magic. Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got, Libra. Woof. First, you got to make it past that trickster, though, so you can get on the right path, okay? You're still here. You're still in the shadow, but you are about to get lined up with that middle way between shadow and light. It's sort of like saying, Libra, you got to take the best parts of the darkness forward with you. You can't be all light. It's not even Libra's nature. Libra's whole challenge is to be the balancer between shadow and light. You have to hold both in tandem for there to be justice. Okay, so there's something here that you are meant to take forward with you. And it may be a bit of that trickster medicine that you need to bring forward with you with the coyote there. Yes, don't lose that trickster medicine that you gained. It's part of your medicine bundle that you need to carry forward with you. But this is what will get you in alignment with that super moon, that hunter's moon in Aries is coming in on the 17th. And what do we got the other side here? Yes, look, it puts you in harmony with your energy. I love it. And by that new moon, there's the dawning of the new day, November 1st. There's the transformation point for you. This is your energy, Sky family. Okay, beautiful, beautiful energy here. I also see you doing a bit of air bending here. It's like you're riding the waves of change. You are able to pick things up on the ether here. There's a lot about just your sentience coming forward and your clairvoyance coming forward, these clairs awakening in you. I feel like you get a lot of messages on the wind. You get messages through feathers. You get messages through birds. You get messages through looking up, okay? You kind of have to really connect with your own element at this time. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not already set in motion, because it is, right? Okay, let's see what wild card elements may be in play for you, Libra. We're going to pull out the Arcane BS deck on this. Ooh, okay, I like it. All right, so I think that with little Pablo here, something that once really had you in its pinchers under the light of the moon there, you got it firmly by its tail. Now, I know this is a crawfish, but to me, it's really reminding me of that Scorpio energy, the Scorpio 8th house. Okay, so we know you are going to step through that gateway of initiation. You've already obtained the Cauldron of Dagda. You are going to head on up to that Stone of Destiny. It's because of something that you have cleansed away here. I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but I'm thinking of combo, you know, the frog medicine. And a lot of people work with that to cleanse away like the old self, the old identity, the old road, and go through a transformation also to transform a lot of trauma. So I do feel like there's something here that you dealt with that was repressed for a long time. There's something here that was in the shadows, okay? And I think what you're not realizing here, one of the wild card elements is it's sort of like judgment's already been sounded here. Maybe you haven't heard the judgment yet, but judgment's already been sounded. What used to have you caught up under the light of the moon that kept you in a place of confusion or kept you in a place of illusion or kept you in a place of just not really knowing how to find the way through. You're going through this transformation. There's a cleansing here of what was causing confusion. And now you get to enter into the mystery. And what you find there is something that will fulfill you, all right? There also may be some kind of celebration up ahead that you're not expecting, some kind of surprise up ahead that you weren't anticipating. A little something here to toot your horn about. Okay, I got that. Let's see what other wild card elements are opening up with that fourth initiatory gateway for Libra on that hunter's moon. What other wild card elements are opening up for Libra with that fourth initiatory gateway on that hunter's full moon? I like it. You see? All right. We got sex witch and octopus. So you're using that sword to cut off what was blocking your ability to take action, which was the holding in of your creative life force energy because it was too caught up, sort of diving deep, you know, looking at what was sort of at the bottom of that deep sea of emotions. There's something that you've really integrated from the subconscious here. You brought it into the light, and in bringing it to the light, you were able to find the way through. This is what will be coming into view. It's the wild card element here. You could have been dealing with somebody too, with sex, witch, and octopus that had too much access to your energy as well, was tapping into you on that level, something that had been draining you at the sacral chakra for a long time. I feel like whatever this is, whether it's an old lover or it's just even something that you felt on an energetic level, like you felt your creative force being drained, you felt like your active life force energy was being drained by another. Could be somebody was wanting to tap in. Maybe you had to put up some good energetic boundaries here. But I feel like whatever this is, you're getting protection from this. You're able to identify it, and you are cutting off ties with this. And you see with the stag energy coming in there, this leads you up to that stone of destiny. So I do feel like there may be somebody coming around, okay, that's going to try to get a hold of you one more time to drag you back down into the depths there. But I feel like you're going to have no issue cutting this off. You're ready. It looks like you're battle ready, I have to say. Anything that's going to oppose you is going to get caught up and cut off here. I feel that very strongly. Let me do a cut of the deck to see any other wild card elements here for you, Libra. Yeah, again, look, somebody wants to try to get you caught up here. And I do feel like this is something you nursed for a while here with Aunt Brenda, but you're sort of ringing the bell on this. Time is up. It's a tables turn moment, I have to say. But I don't think you're anticipating it. I don't think you recognize that there's going to be a certain play that's put in your hand by spirit that gives you sort of like an ace up the sleeve. It allows you to pull that card on another, and then you gain the upper hand in a situation. Sort of like you're given the opportunity to school someone here when maybe you weren't expecting that. And it comes through you giving a finger to the past here. Giving a finger to the grief. There's the pyramid energy again. Look at it's coming in with that symbol of chaos. So I do feel like you know how to ride a storm. You know how to ride the lightning. Perhaps you have done that deep dive subterraneanly. You got that hammer of Thor. You may be the one bringing on the lightning. It did say a gift from the sky. This may be spirit telling you how to exercise that hammer of Thor's, okay? And whatever you're doing here, you are definitely finding that third road. Look at that. It's opening up to you, but it has everything to do with finding that way through between the head and the heart, knowing what you need to transform, what needs to just be flushed and released from your life, okay? I got a lot of angel energy around you, okay? So I do feel like you are having some kind of encounter here as well. Some kind of ally is showing up on your path. You feel like it's a little bit of a visitation here. It's going to let you know what you need to cut off. It's also going to give you your share of the pie where you felt like you've been denied for a long time here. And you do have a certain crown protected here. I do feel like you're activating your stone of destiny. And I see you putting the tears behind you, the pain behind you. I like this, okay? So it looks good, but I think that there's some power that's being put in your hands that you weren't anticipating, and your cutoff game is strong. You know, you're in a stronger position than you may think at this time. All right, let's look at your road to the stone of destiny here. We're going a little bit longer, okay? It's Libra's birthday, and this can serve the collective, all right? So I hope if you're tuning in here and you're not a Libra, that you're still gaining some benefit from this because you're moving through that territory too. So let's look at what your road to the stone of destiny looks like, Libra. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, you see? you are finding the way through. I also feel that there's a couple here that you're ditching. There's a couple people that you're leaving behind. You're going your own way. You got the eye of the tiger, Libra, the thrill of the fight. I think you are in a place of forgiveness. Like, you've let all the heaviness go. You may have had to let a couple people go. You may have needed to go your own way. Again, you needed to be a bit rebellious. I think you're finding the way through here. You're about to take a leap of faith. And there is longevity here. A white tiger is that medicine of having endurance, you know, really being able to set your pace. Setting your pace is important for where you're going. Don't think about rushing ahead. Trust the timing of your path. Trust the timing of how things develop here, okay? It plays a crucial role for you. You're not behind. Things aren't moving too slow. They're moving at the appropriate speed to line you up with certain synchronicities. You will see that. But this is big Aries energy here. It's also Aquarian energy. I love this for you, all right? This is definitely taking that leap of faith, all right? So this is your quest. The basis of it is taking that leap of faith. There's a couple options you're leaving behind here. These dragons can symbolize people that are off in the distance there that you're leaving behind. They could be different paths, you know, paths you considered in the past that you're leaving behind, different options that you once explored. Whatever this is, you're finding that third road and you're taking this leap of faith and you feel a lightness in your heart. I like that. You're not taking any heaviness from the past forward with you. You're ready for the new. I like it. It's good, Libra. Okay, more details about this quest to the Stone of Destiny, this road to the Stone of Destiny that is opening up for Libra. Woo! That really took a flight there. Oh, yes. You're breaking free from the chains of this devil, okay? So you're not being held back anymore. You've broken the link, okay? You are the link that is releasing those chains, perhaps chains that have been in the past, you know, chains that have held back a generation. This is being a generational curse breaker here. You're overthrowing this devil and you are free. I love this. This is good, Libra. Really good energy here. Could be dealing with a Capricorn in this situation. Look what it's securing for you. You got your Ace of Cups, okay? So I feel this is also speaking of that Cauldron of Dagda energy. You've secured the Cauldron of Dagda. You've healed, you know? That's what the Cauldron of Dagda is really about. That's what the Ace of Cups is about. It's about you healing yourself. You see, you've healed here. You've released the oppression of your past. You've broken the chains, the karmic cycles, the connections that were holding you back, the false identities, you know, how you were seeing yourself through the projections of others. You've released all this. You've healed yourself. And this is what activates the new beginning for you. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Good, strong way to start out, Libra. Any more details about this this quest, the nature of this quest? So you're finding the path of heart. And home is where the heart is, right? when we're on that road to finding out where we belong, home is where the heart is. I think you're finding where your heart belongs, Libra. That's what your quest is about. About finding where your heart belongs, and you're freeing yourself from lies, deception, control, restriction, you know, inhibition as well. You're ready to live deliciously, Libra. Any further details here, Spirit, about this quest, this road to the Stone of Destiny that's opening for Libra now? We've got a few cards here. We got the Seven of Wands in reverse, okay? The Eight of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse, okay? So you could have been dealing with the High Priestess in reverse, who was unrelenting in throwing obstacles on your path that prevented you from coming into alignment with that Emperor energy, because we see that you're in this position where you've been doing the deep dive, okay? You've been held down at the South Node. But we know that your energy is going to transform into the Emperor's energy and rise up to greet the Emperor, to activate your destiny here, right? But there's been a lot of blockage on your path. And I feel like this is your quest. You need to overthrow a particular devil. It's coming in the form of a high priestess here who's been keeping you in a fog of illusion, has been keeping you in this place of constantly wandering through the dark wood, trying to find that path that leads out into the clearing. I feel that, okay? This person could have worked through glamour or confusion or illusion here. You could have been dealing with an Emperor in reverse as well. That's Aries, Taurus energy. Right? This could have had something to do with feeling like you even could activate your destiny, doubting your own power, because we know, I mean, your energy is coming forward as finding that place called home, that Dorothy and Oz energy here. So you could have been dealing with somebody that was sort of trying to use their power in such a way to keep you from stepping into your own power here. But see, only you can give your power away, Libra. And you've had the power all along. So there's something here about really recognizing this. I think that you are going to move out of this position where you feel like you have to constantly like ward off these attacks coming your way or these arrows being slung at you. You remember, you are getting the fire put in your hand. That's one of your magics you're carrying forward here. Okay. I don't think that you have it fully yet. I think you have a lot of it, but it hasn't firmly been put in your hands yet, right? It's coming. So right now, you may have been more in a position of sort of just minding your path, tending to yourself, putting out fires, dealing with a lot of oppositional energy coming your way, wanting to move forward, finding the way through, not knowing how to get through because everything's kind of hazy. There's like a glamour on the situation, dealing with outside elements, outside people, putting blockages on the path, creating confusion, illusion. In some cases, people trying to restrict, hold you back here, okay? And certainly when we got the High Priestess in reverse coming in here with the Seven of Wands in reverse, with the Devil in reverse, I mean, and the Emperor in reverse, somebody on your path is posing a challenge here. You definitely got a challenger on your path, Libra. And it looks like you are dealing with a dark magician here, coming in the form of a priestess, okay? Coming in the form of a high priestess. They want to try to steal your destiny from underneath you. Oh, yes, that is their aim with the star here, okay? But I do see that you are going to be ready to rise up to that star. You're rising up out of the cauldron of Dagda. So I also feel like it is your job to overthrow this energy. It is your job to overthrow this energy. I see you being successful with it. The indications are that it is your destiny to rise up to that north node here. And on the other side split, we got the Fool. Okay, so absolutely. This looks good for you. This looks good. I would say though, okay, you need to be aware of this. Be aware of the need to be tempted to go back, to sort of put somebody in the same position that they put you in here, because that could get you caught up at the crossroads once more. Remember, Don't look down, look up, look where you're going, okay? As long as you stay out of this place of focusing on the South Node energy, I think you'll be just fine, Libra. Okay, tell me about this Nemesis on Libra's path. Looks like you have somebody who's been manipulating things around you. They've wanted to take the reins and control in your life. They wanted to put you in a position of disempowerment. They wanted to have control over the way your story unfolded for you, Libra. All right, this Nemesis. Oh my gosh, look at this Nemesis has been overcome. It comes out again. We have the devil in reverse. I mean, this person is no longer going to be in a position of power. I see that. You've already overcome this. I think it's about you trusting it. You know, maybe if you're readying yourself, steadying yourself for more of the same, you need to be aware of that, Libra. That could be a bit of your own, sort of like smoke and mirrors, a sort of glamour you're casting on yourself. Maybe you still think that this opponent's out there and it looks like they've already been contained, okay? Interesting. Tell me about this Nemesis. The Lovers in reverse. Gemini energy. Look at this. And it's the water and the earth energy in reverse. Isn't this interesting? So yes, you're getting free of the choice. There's no longer a choice to make. You're finding the way through. And whatever way through you're finding here, the water is then nurturing the earth. See, when it's upright like this, it's like you're caught up in the glamour, right? You're doing that scrying, looking into the pool of water there, seeking your answers, trying to get a vision. But see, here you got the vision. The water is nurturing the earth so things can grow. You're moving out of a time of indecision. This could even be a lover or somebody connected to a lover of yours, an old lover of yours, all right, that was posing some challenges. We do have water sign energy, earth sign energy here. Could be somebody who had strong water, earth in their chart, okay? Could have been a Gemini. We also had Aries energy come in as well, Taurus energy come in. Just some indications here. So you're moving out of the place of indecision. You're overcoming some influence that at one point may have had you caught up in a little bit of confusion, I have to say. I want a clarification on this. I'm pulling out my trusty shadow light. Yeah, they were blocking this happiness here with the 10 of hearts in the shadow. Yes, and they were causing some kind of severe stress. Their intent was to cause you to fear missing out on some culmination of happiness for you, the activation of your destiny. There's a lover connection here. They invested a lot of time and energy in this. They have been overly invested in this. But see, you're getting beyond this. You're stepping into your personal power here. So you're transforming this. You're alchemizing this energy. It sort of looks like you've already broken this spell, whatever this is, Libra. Give me any more details about this Nemesis, Spirit. Any more details about this Nemesis, Spirit. Look at that. The 10 of hearts, it's recovered. Libra, I think your biggest challenge here is yourself and still seeing the way forward through the eyes of the past. Something's already been transformed here. You made it to the other side of the cauldron of Dagda, and now things are going to grow. The road rises up to meet you. But I could see how you could kind of trick yourself in this case. You need to be aware that, remember, the trickster medicine. Don't trick yourself. It's tricksy, Libra. Don't trick yourself. Tricks are for kids, and you're too grown to be going down any sort of garden paths at this point. Not when the road is ready to rise up to meet you. Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got. Yes, look, you got to be aware of the ways that you can get in your own head and trick yourself here to staying stuck in a position that you are meant to transcend because you've already overcome it. You could block your own blessings here. So I really feel like you are your biggest enemy at this time, Libra. You got to really be aware of how you can trip yourself up. Whoever was challenging you before, you've already overcome this. They're no challenge for you. That's what I see. You are the only one who can get in your own way at this point, Libra. So do be aware of that. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Do you see? The wheel's already turning. The transformation already has occurred. It's already underway, Libra. You could have been dealing with any of the signs in this situation because this is representing the celestial beast. So when we're looking at the celestial beast, it represents all signs. There's something here that's been radically transformed. And there's protection with your way forward here. Look, you got the helm of the ship put in your hands. Maybe that's what's being put in your hands. Look, steer your course. Now, see, I can see where you've been dealing with a lot of outside opposition. At a certain point, it can become like a crutch where you can sort of tell yourself, well, that's why I'm not moving forward. I'm not moving forward because I'm dealing with this person's pulling this with me. This person's pulling that. And that's a way that you can kind of keep yourself held back. But there's clear indication here with the Wheel of Fortune that no, the power is going to be put in your hands. Like you're ready to steer this course forward, I have to say. And, you know, certainly with the Wheel of Fortune, we're looking at Sagittarian energy. So you got some luck on your side, kid. You know, this is some reason for optimism. You know, activate that adventurer in you. You'll get where you need to go. There's transformation that's happened here. Notice that the wheel there is gold, okay? So something has already been transformed here. It leads you into greater expansion. You certainly could be dealing with a Sagittarius, all right? Let's see, what is the spirit ally for Libra on the road to the Stone of Destiny? What is the spirit ally coming in for Libra on the road to the Stone of Destiny? What is the spirit ally coming in for Libra on the road to the Stone of Destiny? Okay, it wanted to come out after all. It's going to tuck it back in. 6 of Cups. Oh, I see. Okay. So you are coming into contact with the soulmate here with the 6 of Cups. And there is a transformation. There's a healing happening here. Again, on the other side of wielding that fire, okay? Going through that fire test of truth, going through this deep transformation, you are moving into this time of healing, right? So there's some coming together here. I do feel like somebody out there, this ally that's coming onto your path, they're sending up some smoke signals too. You've both been through a transformation. Now it's possible for something to come together. I heard 2 paths collide. 2 paths collide. It might be kind of shocking the way this person comes on to your path as a spirit ally. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh. And now the Emperor is upright. Wow. Okay, this is wild. There's some transformation happening in this situation. You're getting those keys to the kingdom, Libra. This looks good. There's somebody that is building this kingdom with you too. You're coming into alignment with the soulmate here. All right, what is the lay of the land? Do be mindful that soulmates can come in many forms. Whoever this person is, they are meant to partner with you. They are a kindred spirit, right? You have the same spiritual vision that's being invested in both of you. So there's something here that you are stepping forward into together. I like this. What is the lay of the land for Libra? Oh my goodness. Everything but the kitchen sink came out on that. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles, okay, with the Six of Swords, with the Hanged Man, with the Five of Swords. I mean, you definitely were dealing with some kind of hidden enemy in this situation, Libra. The Pisces indications coming in again. This could have been a third element in the mix. There is a moving away from this energy here, all right? So this is already in process. These ships are already setting sail to the horizon. This pain is moving away from you. This time of restriction, feeling caught up. There's some impeccable integrity that is seeing you through here. And it's bringing about the rebirth of the sun for you. And there's the blossoming energy coming in. There's the growth. There's the fruition coming in here. Be dealing with a Leo in this situation with the sun. And we have a Sire of Wands, right? So that is fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's also you having that fire put back in your hands that's activating your happiness. Woo! Wow, this is potent. Okay, we have a Nine of Wands. And you see this Nine of Wands, it's like staking a claim on this destiny. Like, I'm willing to stand and represent this. I'm willing to stand and fight for this because I know that this is my purpose. And with that comes the joining of the path of heart with the Sire of Cups here, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Do you see a theme here? The fire with the water. It's that Sagittarian energy. It's the alchemist energy. Really cool here. All right. So there is something that's being transformed. There's action being taken in a heart-centered way. And I do feel like there is a bit of a competition here. There are challengers here. You will have challengers as you're moving forward here. But what I see is you are the one that holds the Ace of Wands. And this new beginning is going to be activated. So you already have the water, you got the fire. So that's that Spear of Lu energy merging with the Cauldron of Dagda that activates and opens the road to the Stone of Destiny. So do be prepared, okay? You haven't seen the last of this energy yet. I do feel like it's been on hold. Somebody has one last trick up their sleeve. I do feel it is this hangman energy. It is this person that's been kind of relentless here. I feel like this is something that you've dealt with multiple times. For some of you, multiple lifetimes. Ooh, yep. And it's a Queen of Wands in reverse. All right. So that certainly could be that High Priestess energy in reverse. You know, this is somebody who they want to win. They want to win. They see whatever this is, whatever is actually your destiny being activated, they feel like it should be their destiny. It should be their prize. And this person's hell-bent on stopping you, I have to say. They may have been caught up for a while. I do feel like they're about to make one last ditch effort here. So do expect another sort of resurgence of this energy. We do have that supermoon energy there. So if you're sort of like feeling stuff like ramping up, it could be this is just around the corner. It's also possible that this is something that will get ushered in for you with that hunter's moon and that lunar cycle that leads to the following full moon. So be aware of this. There will be a challenge to your position here. But I see you got the power in your hands. And there's something you're alchemizing here. So it does look good. Also be aware that when we are looking at the Queen of Wands in reverse, not only can that be a witchy character who works within the left-hand path confines. So this is somebody that prefers the dark side, right? And they work in more of a manipulative way. But this can also be somebody whose passions are out of control. This can be somebody obsessive. This can be a mistress energy. So you do need to be aware of this character here. We've brought in quite a few signs here, so you might already have a clue about who you could be dealing with in this matter. Really strong fire and water signs coming out in your read here, Libra. So do be aware of that, right? More challenges up ahead, more challenges up ahead. Yes. And it's because of this third party influence here. But I see you got your eyes set on the celebration. But somebody here feels like this celebration should be theirs. They got a very trophy sort of mindset, you know. This person wants the victory. I'm not even sure if they really want the prize, to be honest with you. I think they just want to beat you. That's how it's kind of coming through, okay? What's the beef? What's the beef? Why has this person got a beef with Libra? Why does this dark sorceress have beef with Libra? Why does this challenger have beef with Libra? What's the problem, man? They're coming out in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Oh, yes. I mean, this is pretty strong Sagittarius indications. It's in reverse here. Page of Wands, this is coming through as news. They have beef with you because they're hearing news. They're catching wind about this transformation that's happening in your life that's moving you into greater expansion. And they're not too pleased with it, Libra. It could even be something in relation to a Sagittarius. Whoever this is, they're not happy about something that's transforming in your life here. Ooh, yes, and it's your destiny. They see that you're in a strong position. Look at that. I mean, we got Sire of Swords here. So somebody is making a very definitive choice here. And it looks like somebody is choosing to join you on the road to the Stone of Destiny. Somebody else who opposes this. Queen of Wands in reverse, High Priestess in reverse, could even be an Emperor in reverse, I have to say. But it's interesting how that Emperor energy turned around. So it makes me feel almost like the Emperor was blocked at one point from this interference too. It feels like there's a division between you coming together with another that you're meant to build with here, or who is meant to join you on your path, but it's been caused by interference from a third element here, some dark sorceress. But you're standing on business here. You're standing on truth. We got the transformation already underway here. I see you firmly staking your claim on this Stone of Destiny. I don't know if they're going to be successful here. Let me do a cut of the deck and see more about this this beef, this meat of the matter in relation to Libra here. Yeah, it has everything to do with the fact that you got the whole world in your hands. Your road is opening up here. Somebody's catching word of this. They're catching wind of this. They may be keeping an eye on you. You know, they're sort of surveying the scene here. So I don't care if you have, you know, heard from this person or not, or if all's been quiet. This is about to crop up again. I have to tell you, you need to be prepared for this. Yep, this person's already plotting with the Seven of Swords. Look at them. They are like a dog with a bone. They are not willing to give this up, man. And there's something here. They're already plotting. They're trying to hatch a sneaky plot here, Libra. So you do need to be prepared for this, all right? I'm going to go ahead and pull all these cards back in. And we're going to look at You know, anything you might need to deal with here on your side of the street, I have to say. We're going to look at your past actions and the consequences that may roll out as a result that you need to be aware of, okay? You always have to own your own stuff, Libra. You are in the South Node, and heavy is the head, all right? So you have to own your own work here, you know, your own cleanup work you have to do here. So let's see. I'm sure you'll find things that you need to address on the road to the Stone of Destiny. So what are Libra's past actions that are bringing about certain consequences that need to be dealt with? What are those consequences as a result of past actions that Libra will need to deal with on the road to the Stone of Destiny? What are those consequences as a result of past actions that Libra is going to need to deal with on the road to the Stone of Destiny Spirit? Three of Wands. Remember what I was saying. For you, it's all about not getting caught up. I really feel that. You may have stuff coming your way, but it's all about you sort of being a sucker and taking the bait. Don't fall for the ruse, man. You need to focus on what's coming in for you because your ships are coming in here. And where there is interference, you already have a certain vantage point that will let you see it from a mile away. So don't get looped in. If you get looped in, you're going to be held back, and you do need to be aware of that. All right? Because your ships are just about to come in here, Libra, with the Three of Wands. All right? And that Three of Wands, what is it bringing into you, Libra? It's bringing in a 10 of Pentacles. All right? And this is successful completion. There's protection around this with the universe. This is something that is coming in for you. It's the activation of your destiny. But do you see? There's a lot of people around that are keeping an eye on this. In fact, there's 5, just like there's that 5 of Wands. But it's meant for you. See, somebody sees that there's this new beginning coming in for you, and they want to try to intercept it. People are already trying to figure out, how can I get my hands on some of that? It's like the precious is. You're dealing with golem types here. But it's interesting to me because I see that you've already done what you need to do in this situation. All you need to do is keep your eyes on the prize. Keep focused, Libra. Don't be distracted. Don't take the bait. Don't fall for it. It's a ruse. And how are you going to be able to determine that? Well, you need to trust your magic. What's your magic? It's your vision. It's your ESP. That's what's going to give you your coordinates. You're going to have to trust the way you're feeling in a situation. Now, it could be tempting for you because in some cases, you may really want to take the bait. You may really want to believe it, but you could sabotage yourself. You are your own worst enemy at this time. Right? But it looks like you've done what you need to do in this situation. You just need to be aware of, not fumbling it. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble that ball. All right? It's your ball. Don't fumble it. And that's what you need to remember right now. It's so, so important. What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery? What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery, Spirit? What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery, Spirit? What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery, Spirit? What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery, Spirit? Wow, look at that. Lovers up right now. That's a trip. So I see, it's that meeting point where 2 paths become 1. I heard that. 2 paths collide. This message came up before for Libra about you're sort of hedge riding right now, right? Like you got a foot on one timeline and a foot on another. It's like you're trying to bring these 2 timelines together. You had already time hopped before. Now you're trying to merge the past, bring them into one. It's almost like your future self. I get it. It's like you jumped into a future timeline. Now your future self is trying to alchemize the energy so the two paths merge into one. There's something that is coming into alignment here, right? Interesting. So the subconscious is being activated in real time. Ooh, this is juicy. Okay, what is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery here, Spirit? What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery here, Spirit? What is the power for Libra to gain through self-mastery here, Spirit? I just heard with where you're going, you cannot delude yourself for a moment to think that it will not be contested. It will be, okay? What is the power to be gained for Libra through self-mastery, Spirit? What is the power to be gained through self-mastery, Spirit? The power of the mystery. The power of the moon. Remember, it was hidden under the light of the moon, but you were going to harness the power of that moon to find your way through. Look, you got the tiger medicine there too. And I like this because you see there's this movement forward through the initiatory gateways. The road is open. The lights are guiding you. You're not lost at sea. And you know, crabs, they tend to dwell on the bottom, but something here has been brought to the surface. I love this energy. And when you look at that crab medicine, you know, crab is associated with cancer. Cancer is associated with home. So you're finding the road home here by harnessing the power of the moon. And what once was hidden under the light of the moon is actually the mystery being activated in you. That's powerful, man. I like this. This is really good energy, Libra. Really good energy. But remember, this is through self-mastery. So you have to be able to master the mystery, which means mastering the moon, okay? And we got Piscean energy there, Cancerian energy, as well as Scorpio's energy there. So do pay attention to all of those houses too, and the implications there. You might want to check out your natal chart. Look what placements you have in the 12th house, the 4th house, and the 8th house. It can really clue you into how this is going to take root on your path. 2 of Swords. I love this because even what was blocked from you, what was preventing this way through, the blocks are no longer in place with the 2 of Swords here. I also feel that what was concealed at the time of the Ring of Fire is about to be revealed to you. So what was hidden is being revealed here. And it's the source of the blocks. All right. This is going to give you power because once you know what or who was creating these blocks, then you do find the way through. Very interesting here. Okay, what's at stake for Libra and those who will be joining them on this road to the Stone of Destiny? What's at stake for Libra's party on the road to the Stone of Destiny? What's at stake for Libra's party on the road to the Stone of Destiny? What's at stake? 5 of Swords. What's at stake? Betraying the path. By betraying yourself, getting caught up in a useless battle that's already been overcome, then the power can be taken out of your hands with that horse riding off into the distance. You can lose that Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you got a challenger here that I feel like where it could really challenge you is your ego, because there's anger here in relation to some kind of betrayal. And you're going to want to get your lick back with this person. I could see it. Like your lower nature could want to get the lick back, especially because it may have affected others that you care very deeply for as well. People who are dear to your heart could have been hurt by whatever this person has done. And so you may get self-righteous in your sense of justice in such a way that you lose your power. You have to be careful here, Libra, because you could lose the plot for everybody if you allow yourself to become vindictive. All right? You need to pay attention to this. What's at stake for Libra's party on the road to the Stone of Destiny? There's going to be somebody who's going to try to stick it to you. I see it. It's there. But you need to handle this situation masterfully, not by trying to meet them on their own level. That's not going to totally fail you. And that's what they want from you, Libra. And look at that. Do you see what's at stake? The Six of Cups in reverse. Again, interference in what's meant to come together here. Somebody is trying to block this meetup with this spiritual ally that's meant to come on your path. Somebody who is a soulmate. This is somebody who's meant to join you on this journey. And somebody is trying to betray this connection. They are. I feel it has everything to do with how you respond to this situation. Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got on that. Because that's a lot at stake. It could be a missed meeting again, right? Got the Eight of Cups. Do you see? Walk away. Don't be invested in the wrong things. Walk away for the wheel to turn with the Wheel of Fortune to the Eight of Cups. Walking away, having the strength to walk away, it's what going to preserve this turn of fortune for your party and get you where you need to go. There's no reason to be emotionally invested in going tit for tat with this challenger. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and it's not going to just sabotage things for you, but also for your party. So let's not have any of that, Libra. What's at stake for Libra with the new world that they want to call into being? What's at stake for the new world with that Libra wants to call into being, Spirit? What is at stake for Libra for this new world they want to call into being, the next chapter they want to step into, this activation of their destiny? What is at stake for Libra, Spirit? Wow, your read is wild. This Devil. Your freedom from being held back, your freedom from stepping into the activation of your destiny, giving away your power and letting somebody else have power over your story. No. That's not your destiny, Libra. You need to be the protagonist in your story and not give the reins over to the antagonist. You need to be very aware of this. Very aware of this. There's trickery here. We know there's trickster medicine operating on your path. And it is something that you need to face with this gateway of initiation. In fact, most initiations do require that before you get the keys that open up that door of opportunity. There's always a trick that comes in here, and there's a devil here that wants to get you caught up, man. You got somebody who really wants to hold you back. They want to have control of your destiny. I feel like you've already gotten free of this. It's sort of like already getting free of something, already seeing the light in a situation, already seeing the truth of a situation, and then allowing yourself to sort of be seduced, tempted by the same thing again. It could come as a test in a different form. Can you recognize it in a different form, Libra? You need to be aware of this here, because you could be held back. This devil wants to hold you back, and you do have something tricky coming up here with a challenger. You got to beat this devil at their own game. That's what I just heard. You got to beat this devil at their own game. All right. I don't know what that is, Libra, but I'm sure that much will be illuminated as you step forward into this. It looks like an adventure, man. Every good adventure needs to have an antagonist. Just as I said that, out come the cards, okay? Some came flipped up, so I think there's certain things you're aware of, and these cards came face down. I think these are the unknown elements here, okay? So what you're aware of. You're aware that there's going to be challenges getting to where you want to go. And you're already prepared to stand your ground. I see that with the Nine of Wands. You're staking your claim here. I think you know that you got judgment in your favor here. Judgment, that's your card. This is your energy coming out real strong, upright. There's already a judgment in your favor here. But there's some kind of third-party dynamic here that wants to cut off this new beginning, wants to prevent you from stepping through that initiatory gateway. But in order for you to sort of succumb to this, you have to get looped back into the past. You have to lose your focus on the light and where you're heading. And you have to put more authority in the hands of this trickster than you put in divine judgment, right? There's something here that you're supposed to really trust. And where you made a call about somebody or a situation, you already made the right call. So don't start questioning yourself now just because somebody is clever with how they spin their words. You're going to need to have strength to overcome this, but I see that you do have the strength to overcome it with strength coming in here. You could be dealing with a Leo. This is definitely a past matter. You've dealt with this before. And there's something here about somebody wants to seize hold of this manifestation. But with the Hierophant coming in upright, this is a yes card, okay? So it's already saying, yes, you have the strength to overcome this. You will overcome this. The judgment is already in your favor. All you need to do is stand your ground, stake your claim here. But you got a Queen of Cups here. And this is something that goes way back. You see, with the whale medicine there, this goes way, way back. This is Akashic Record stuff. This is not the first time you've had this challenger. This is a Queen of Cups. Water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's given that High Priestess energy. This person's got one more trick up their sleeves. And they're going to use it. They're going to exercise it. They have their eyes set on this new beginning for themselves. Now, if you spoil the cauldron of Dagda and you are not able to let go of any kind of grudge energy, and if you allow your emotions to be manipulated by another, thereby being tainted, then you spoil the cauldron of Dagda and you lose that Ace of Cups or that ability to really fully step into the actualization of what it means to be healed, of what it means to have integrated and alchemized your past, and to step into that new beginning of alignment and have this meeting of destinies, you see. You definitely have somebody witchy as their eyes set on you. And I feel like they're already brewing something up. They already got a scheme. They're already set to sort of seed a new illusion. Are you going to get caught up in it? You got to trust yourself. To thy own self be true, Libra. You need to remember that axiom here. What you can't see, oh yeah. Here's that Queen of Wands. She's upright now, okay? Like I told you, there's a resurgence of energy here. You could be dealing with a Cancer Leo cusper. You could be dealing with a Pisces Aries cusper. You could be dealing with a Scorpio Sagittarius cusper or an Ophiuchus here. But somebody here is regaining their strength and they're going to give this another go because they want to try to cause chaos, disruption. Yep, we got the Page of Swords here. Do you see? We got a Page of Swords here who wants to spin the truth. You see Fragorock entering the eye of the storm there. You've already arrived at a truth, Libra. You've already seen the truth. It was already revealed to you. It is not concealed from you. You have been the calm eye in a storm that's been whirling around you because you already know the truth. It's not a mystery to you. But there is this energy here with the Knight of Swords that would like to throw this into chaos. Right? So they know that something's coming in for you that is aligned with your truth, that you will have the power put in your hand to act on this. This can be unexpected news that's going to come in for you. This could be something you never expected to hear in a million years here, I have to say. But you do have this sort of like Queen of Wands energy gaining back some strength. And they want to try to steal this happiness for themselves. Do you see? Here's two dragons here. See? Two dragons that are meant to have this new beginning, that are meant to have this fruition of destinies, the meeting of destinies to bring things into bloom. But there's one dragon here that wants to seize the prize. It's this Queen of Wands energy. It's not Cusper vibes. This person has strong water and fire in their chart, right? They could have a strong Leo placement. Leo's come through quite a few times here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, old grudge energy here. Somebody wants to try to cause a storm. But do you understand the way through that storm they want to try to cause? It's to be the eye of the storm. By just staying centered in your truth, the power of that, and the power that's going to be put in your hands. Okay? Everything depends on this, Libra. So pay attention. All right, what's the cookie for Libra? What is the cookie for Libra, Spirit? What is the cookie for Libra, Spirit? We're doing a real deep dive with you, Libra. Hey, man, it's my birthday on Sunday. It's my party, and I'll divine if I want to. I decided to just, I wanted to do it. It seemed like fun. So I decided to have some fun with this one and do a real deep read for Libra. And it is your solar return. So why the heck not, Libra? You deserve a little extra cookie at this time. So what's the cookie for Libra on the road to the stone of destiny? What's the cookie for Libra on the road to the stone of destiny? What's the cookie for Libra on the road to the stone of destiny, Spirit? Ooh, that flipped up in the middle of the deck. Oh, ooh, I like that. This is a real good cookie. It flipped up on its own in the middle of the deck, the 9 of Pentacles. You're about to come into quite the turn of fortune, I have to say, Libra. You're about to have a moment of celebration, something to feel pretty proud of, I have to say. I think you worked hard for this, Libra. It's sort of like your crowning glory. It's this moment where you're like, yes, I did it. I pulled it off. That's quite a cookie there. Your fortunes are definitely on the rise here. And I do see there's something you achieve independently for yourself here before your path even comes into alignment with this other. So this is excellent. That's quite the cookie. Let me see what is on the bottom of the deck here. 7 of Wands in reverse. I like it. It's like, you don't even need to fight for this. It's already yours. You already got the cookie. So much is about you trusting in the unseen right now, Libra. Trusting that it's already yours. I mean, that is a key to alchemy. To trust that it's already there. It's already been actualized. All you need to do is just step into it, okay? We see any more details about this cookie for Libra? Any more details about this cookie for Libra? Any more details about this cookie for Libra spirit that will give them a little encouragement on the road to the stone of destiny? Feel like this is something, something coming in, a little hint of things to come. We know you end up at the 10, right? So it's like you're going to go from the 9 to the 10. I feel like you come into the 10 though when your energy aligns with this person. That from this point on, it looks like it'll be coming into alignment, but you could trip yourself up and cause another impasse if you buy in some illusion that somebody's going to bring your way here. You need to be mindful, okay? Not get caught up by this devil. See? You need to be mindful of not getting caught up by this devil because they have a bone to pick, man. And they are not giving this up with that 7 of Swords. Somebody's really trying to steal away with this. Why? Because not only do you have the 9 of Pentacles coming in, okay? That's not the only cookie. You also got the 10 of Cups. So this is a big celebration for you. Big celebration for you. Little magic weaving here in your life. It reminds me of those magical cities of the north that are the jewels of the Tuatha De Danann and the treasures of the Tuatha De Danann. And I feel like this is you claiming that destiny. And you have others to celebrate this with too, right? Just be mindful of the interference. I want to do a cut of the deck there just to see. I mean, we know somebody's going to try to stir up some kind of distraction. Just stay in the center. Let it whirl around you. Don't get caught up in it or you'll get carried off the path. I feel that, right? And somebody is keeping an eye on you at this time. Yep. Page of Pentacles here, okay? And what's on the other side here? Death. Okay, could be somebody with strong water and earth in their chart. A Scorpio with a strong earth sign placement. I think right now they're sort of researching. This could be somebody who's keeping an eye on you. They're researching. They're keeping an eye on you. They're trying to figure out, how can I thwart this? How can I bring this to an end? They're trying to plot your demise, okay? They don't want you to get this cookie, Libra. So you do need to be aware of this. I do see it coming to an end, though. I know they've been relentless with it. They've been like a dog with a bone, but, you know, a bone can't really feed you, I have to say. And we also have, you know, a horse here that's like sort of like whipping a dead horse. This thing is steadily being drained of power. The only power it's going to have is the power that you invest in it, Libra. So you need to make sure that you don't feed their fire or feed their ire in this situation. Take your hands off of it. It's in your best interest. And finally, what is the target for Libra to aim at with that Hunter's full moon in Aries to set them on a strong course toward that stone of destiny? What is that target that Libra needs to aim for with that Hunter's full moon? 10 of Wands. So there's a lot of fire here with this 10 of Wands. And it looks like it's some burden that's been attached to you. These wands are chained to you right now. We know that you're breaking these chains, though. These burdens have been placed on you by another. They may have been placed on you by a couple here, I have to say. Could be two that have really been allied and sort of like teaming up against you in this situation. This is your job. I mean, I also feel like, it's like I was saying, you know, heavy is the head. It's like when you're in the South Node, you have a certain responsibility to be the example of what it means to alchemize that shit. So there's some burden here that you have the ability to transform, but only if you wield your power wisely, which means that you're really going to have to master your desire to get your lick back, you know, or to flex with that power. All right. Don't get in your ego around this. You need to be careful. And I do feel like there's more coming in here. Like there's more that's going to be thrown at you. You do have challenges here. And I do got that you know some people that they're wizards in their own right, you know. These are people that do work with manipulation, and they're ready to create some more challenges for you. They're going to try to burden you here, but it's up to you whether you allow yourself to take it on. Only you can chain yourself to this. But if you just let it burn, nah, you're going to find your way through, okay? So drop the burden, Libra. Stop carrying a burden that's not yours. And that can just be anger. If you're feeling anger, you're taking on the burden of that person's energy. Were you ever angry to start? How much of what you've been emotionally lugging around is the result of energy that's been projected at you that you chose to take on? Like, free yourself from that, okay? Liberate yourself from that. Put down the burden. Just let it go. Focus on where you're heading because it looks good. I mean, everything's all lined up for you here. Only your distraction could veer you off course. And I'm not saying you're not going to deal with provocation. You've grown, but you will deal with a test. Somebody's going to test your patience. Somebody's going to test your ability to stay in that eye of the storm. Somebody's going to try to distract you here. Somebody may try to tempt you. They may try to cater to your ego. They're already hatching a plot. So it's up to you. It's up to you to really put what you've learned to test here and show that you have fully embraced your lessons. You've extracted the wisdom from them, the medicines from them, and you're staying focused on where you're going, not where you've been, because you're right at this point where you're about to bring it all together, man. And you could blow it last minute if you get caught up in this. Don't fall for the provocation. Okay, what is the target? I see you succeeding here, though. Look at this, 2 of Cups. Okay, so somebody also has claimed this cauldron of Danda, whoever this person is that's meant to join you on the path. And you're seeing eye to eye. You're on the same level. You've both transformed in your own rights. This is beautiful. And you know what I see when I see these 2 cups? I see you toasting. I see you actually celebrating this moment. Woo! Bottom of the deck. You're definitely finding home with the 4 of Wands there. Celebration up ahead. The only thing that could thwart you is yourself if you get caught up in this nonsense that's going to get stirred up around you. Let me do a cut of the deck here to cap it off. We'll call it good. Any final words that want to come through there? 6 of Swords. The troubling times are coming to an end. You're already rising above this here, okay? You're letting it pass you by, all that stress of the past. And I feel like these 2 are going to be here, you know, trying to figure it out. How can we throw Libra out of balance? How can we veer them off course? But look, your ship's already set sail here, okay? And you're going to find the way through. Once you move forward, don't look back.